to win this.
Yeah, we know who does and who doesn't.
Yeah, for the most part.
Chris, you do not.
The Queef Chief with 192 points through
Combined.
2 games. Can't even cap 100 on average.
Yeah, it's tough.
Spencer, barely over 200 points. 212, 106 points a game. The Bean Machine, 113 points a game.
We expect that shit from Cody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up, Hate the Gang League?
What's up, guys?
Week 3, we're back at it.
We are back, dude. And I'm feeling pretty good. How you feeling, Tom?
I'm pumped, my man. I am pumped. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, I'm feeling
Like
pumped.
this kind of pumped.
Yeah, our teams are looking good. I mean, as long as our teams are looking good, I'm thinking you guys are going to get every podcast you guys can take, man.
Yeah, the only reason we didn't get one last week, I was out of town. So,
Yeah.
all good, all good. Well, we are here. I'm pumped. I'm 2-0. I know Luke's pumped. He's 2-0. All the rest of you guys can get bent.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, and you did get bent over a barrel with all these injuries. I couldn't believe it, man. So many injuries.
So we got Joshua at 2-0 as well, and then we got Tyler at 2-0.
Tyler's team looks good. I feel like the only reason his team is good is because he got advice from us from the draft. I was literally telling him to get Rashee Rice. I was like, draft him. And he was like, I don't know. I don't know.
He did a good job picking up Kamara. That guy's a workhorse this season so far.
Yeah, fuck him, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like that guy because he crushed my Dallas Cowboys last week. I mean, I was like...
It wasn't just Kamara.
I was like, what?
It was
like,
everybody on
the
that.
defensive line and the offensive lines got abused. Dallas just, what are you doing? You know? Like, and then CeeDee Lamb had like a 60-yard touchdown. And I was like, sweet. I was like, halfway through the game, I was like, yeah, he's going to get like at least another 10. None, dude. 0. He got some looks in the end zone and stuff, but...
He got a deep ball called back on a holding call, if I thought. If I remember correct.
It could have happened. I mean, I feel like he's going to get his. I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying, like, man, I got ripped out of some points.
I watched that game, and it was brutal.
It was I was like, did these guys go out and party till 3 a.m. last night? Because we're getting the line. I mean, when you got Derek Carr doing Michael Jackson impressions, grabbing his nutsack against you, I'm like, dude, what is going on, dude? I'm like, you did not just bring in the car and wreck Dallas
at
home, which never happens. Also,
well,
wow, what a
the other thing that was funny is like I'm watching the game, I'm watching Kamara just like blow through the line.
Yeah,
there was one play where Kamara went like right into the center of the offensive line, defensive line. Everybody converged. You couldn't even see Kamara. And then like a second later, he popped out of the side and ran down the sideline for a touchdown. I was like, that's impressive.
Yeah, it was garbage. It was vintage Kamara. Great job for him. Great job for Saints. Hopefully y'all can keep it together. I mean, the craziest part is they had motion in their offense. I mean, this day and age, how can you play in the NFL and not have motion in your offense?
Sure.
They've done it for like the last 3 years, which is why they look so terrible. They're like, hey guys, this is how we're going to scheme right here. We're not going to check for man-to-man or zone. We're just going to go out there, keep the line no motion. We're just going to wing it, okay? Like, oh, look, one guy comes in, offensive coordinator, you get a little motion, tells you a lot about what the defense is doing.
Right.
Obviously this guy, wasn't he at the Rams before he was at the Saints? So that, I mean, if that's the case, then that totally makes sense.
Sure.
Coming from Sean McVay's offense, who uses Cooper Kupp in motion
all the time,
80 times a game.
Yep.
I think that was a good. We'll see if they can last. We'll see if the car has anything left after 2 games.
So from a points ranking standpoint, we got Kamara at the top.
Yeah.
You followed up by Barkley's in second.
Yeah.
Shannon's in third.
Yeah.
Dobbins is fourth.
Yeah.
You'll never.
We too. Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Well, I'm just progression here.
Yeah.
You'll never guess who's fifth.
I will never guess. No.
Baker Mayfield.
Hey, what's that TV? Or there was like a Cleveland radio show. This guy called in and said, I got 2 numbers for you. 44 and 144.9. He goes, what do you think those are? And the guy goes, no, I have no idea what. And he goes, Deshaun Watson's quarterback rating, Baker Mayfield's quarterback rating. And the guy said, I'm not doing this anymore.
Right.
I'm not taking it. I thought that was classic. And he was like, we're not doing it. It was the first phone call of the morning.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that guy got wrecked, man, on national.
That's awesome.
Or at least Cleveland radio.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. Like,
People listen to that all over the country, though. You know what I mean?
the Browns stepping in the Browns again.
So this is a cool stat right here. Baker Mayfield's 5th. Godwin is 6th.
Yeah, they put him back in the slot. He's working it.
And then Jordan Mason, who happens to be on my team as well,
Yeah,
with
great pickup by the way.
with the Knicks guy there. So right on. Pretty interesting. And I was just looking at this, like, there's a couple of kickers on here that are pretty high.
Yeah, mine is one of them.
Yeah. Fairbairn and Aubrey.
Yeah,
Let me tell you who Aubrey's ahead of. Josh Allen, Neighbors, Hurts, Cup doesn't count. And then
CeeDee
you,
Lamb,
yeah, and you got Fairbairn, who's ahead of Jordan Reed, Justin Jefferson,
Devontae
Williams,
Adams,
yeah,
Joe Mixon, Jahmyr
Shaheed,
Gibbs.
Adams, Debo.
Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah.
DK Metcalf,
Oh, goodness.
Bijan Robinson. I mean, it's the year of the kicker. Is that what it is?
It could be.
It could be. I hope it is, man. Because like I said, I was telling Mike, I was like, my best player is my kicker. I was like, he's killing it right now.
Well, I mean, their offense can't get anywhere once they get in the red zone.
I love it, dude. I'm like, they were getting penalties, backing them up. I was like, man, bring out the kicker, dude. I was like, bring him out. I want another 5 spot, dude.
We'll take a 5-yard delay a game here because Fairbairn's sweet spot is 37.5 yards.
This dude kicked like 3 50-yard field goals last week. I was like, yep, back him up as far as you can, you know. It was pretty good though, but that is kind of crazy that the kickers are just going, or at least 2 of them are going off so far. I wish I could have got Dallas's kicker. Man, that guy's good. He was kicking like, did you see the preseason one he kicked was like 67 yards, man. Like he made it in a game. Like they tried to set him up for a 71-yarder in a game. They were thinking about it, you know. They got a false start. It was going to be 66. They were like, send him out.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
That's
you know,
awesome.
he was trying to break the record. They were like, we're doing this. And then they got a false start, send him back to 71. They're like, okay, we're thinking about it. But I think we'll switch it up now. I was like, the logo is 15 yards in front of you. You know, like
That's not intimidating at all.
yeah, this is like, okay, you know, you're going to bring out what's his name? What's your quarterback's name again? Anthony Richardson? Throw an 80-yard bomb? No, we're sending out the kicker to kick it 71 through the uprights,
Right.
baby. And he's got the distance.
Yeah, you know, and they're like, we just can't have Anthony Richardson throw another interception. Let's go with the kicker.
Let's go with the kicker, man. 71 yards. Let's do it. Boom, son. You're done. Right? Oh, so so realistically, who do you think who's got a chance this year?
The 4 teams that are 2-0 right now are looking strong.
Yeah.
We've got the least amount of injuries based on what I'm seeing.
Yep. And, I mean, Mike's team looks good, too. He picked up my Brock Bowers, beat me by $1.
Dude,
Fucker.
that's a lot for a tight end, guys.
I mean, oh, yeah. I mean, I don't care. If the guy scores you, 20 points a game, then, whew. I mean,
So far, he's
worth
at
it
12
100%.
and then 19.
Yeah.
But he did catch 9 for 9 targets.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He's got 18 targets already this year.
17 targets, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, 8 a game, 8.5 a game. Whew. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. I wanted him. Hunter Henry, I think, is like going to be another guy that gets a lot because he's getting thrown to by Jacoby Brissett. I think they're going to run the football a ton, play good defense, and throw the ball to the tight end because, their receivers are all kind of, subpar. So maybe Henry can get some work. I'm kind of hoping Kyle Pitts gets it together here eventually. You would think he would, but it's just going to be Kirk Cousins and him getting it together. So
Yeah.
they got a lot of weapons.
Speaking of tight ends, Trey McBride had a pretty awesome game.
And so did George Kittle. George Kittle killed it. I mean, now George Kittle, Debo Samuel's out.
Oh, yeah.
I think the rate's going to go up on him. I mean, it could for sure.
And I got Mason at least for a couple more games.
At least, man, 3 more games at least.
So
for him.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, exactly, man. So the tight ends have been trash, but let's see here. Let's talk a little bit about the bottom guys. The Queef Chief. Oof.
His team's not looking great, man.
Now his team got obliterated by injuries, and he's averaging. Let's see here. 96 points a game,
96
not even
points,
100.
yeah.
I think that's the matchup of the week. CD's Nuts and Chief Queef, dude. Who's going to go 0-3, dude? Who's going to go 0-3? And who told Spencer he could change his name from Dickman?
Smack my dick lips.
Dude, like, what? Dude ain't won a game yet.
Yeah.
The Queef Chief is owning it.
Yeah.
Spencer was like, New Year, we got to race that shit, dude. You know?
you don't deserve a cool name like CD's Nuts, Spencer.
Yeah, or Queef Chief, dude. Chris getting bent over the barrel. Cody, the reason he's 0-2 is because he is a mismanager of his team.
Oh my God.
If you hadn't gone back and looked at that clown video I put up on Facebook, you should do that. That'd be funny to go watch that. You know?
That was great.
I can't believe Cody's talking any trash in the chat because I'm like, is this dude 0-2 and like literally a clown or
So
what?
he failed to set his lineup from the time he got up. Let's just say it was 7:30 to noon.
Yeah.
Didn't check your phone once on game day?
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break, man.
And I can tell you this, that he wasn't even paying attention to his wardrobe at all because the dude was wearing a Schmedium Under Armour like shirt, dude, for sure, dude. I was like, go get a new shirt, dude.
Is that
You know?
Clark's?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, Dad, go get a new shirt, dude.
So Cody has 6 people that are injured on his team with some kind of designation.
Yeah, Cody got handed it to him as well. I mean, there has been so many injuries that it's out of control, which we're going to talk about. But the people that have a chance, we think, are the first probably 5 guys.
Yeah.
Cromer, you have to do some serious managing, bro, because you're averaging 102.2 points a game. You have to pump those numbers up, as McConaughey said. You have to pump those numbers up.
Those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. Gonna have to get those up. I don't think you're gonna get any chances like you did last year with those kind of numbers.
That scene in that movie is so
Yeah,
great. He's like,
that is
hey,
hilarious, dude.
bring us 2 up martinis. You know how I like them. And then 7.5 minutes later, bring us 2 more. And then 2 more every 5 minutes after that. So one of us passes the fuck out. That is the greatest scene.
Classic Matthew McConaughey. Like cameo, that's the only reason I'm here. It's for that. You know, we're gonna get McConaughey, we're gonna pay him $100,000 to come in and say this.
Yeah. 2 martinis.
good.
You know how I like them. Straight up.
Just make them cold, baby. Just make them cold. So that's who we think has a legitimate chance of winning. You know, that's great. Oh, look who's at the top. I think I'm at the top again with most points. You can thank my kicker for that. Everybody's, I'm sure, is happy about that. I am. I know.
Yeah, so you're ahead of Josh by around 4 or so, and I'm behind Josh around 1.
Yeah. So we're all really close. For
And
sure.
it's kind of interesting. Mike's got 264, so he's 1 point behind you.
Yeah.
But he's 5th.
But he lost one
Yeah.
game, which is what it is. You know, and he picked up Brock Bowers, which I despise him for because that would have been left him so much work.
Asshole.
You know, I talked to him yesterday. I was like, "How much you bid on him?" I was like, "Because I swear I thought I bid enough on $15 should have been enough to get."
Yeah.
But he went 16,
16.
which was smart by him because I thought about doing the exact same thing, but I changed mine from like 10 to 11. And I was like, I'm just going to pump it up.
Who did Mike lose to with that high of a score?
I think it was like you, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. In Mason we trust.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And how much did he lose by in that game?
8 points.
8 points. If he'd had Brock Bowers, he'd have won that game. Huh?
Maybe.
If he had Brock Bowers week 1, who'd he have? Oh, Ertz. He was preaching about Zach Ertz. He's like, man, this Zach Ertz guy, he's going to be a Redskin, right? A Redskin. I'm like, Mike, stop it with the Redskins.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz is so washed. You know what I mean? Comes out 5 points.
Yep.
You know? Could have had Brock Bowers. That probably would have, I think that would have, how many did Brock score the first week?
12.
12. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that would have got it or not, actually.
No, I wouldn't have.
It would have been really close. Because
Yeah.
if he had 5 and he had 12, so that'd been like 6.5 or something, he'd have lost about 1.5 points or something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
he'd have the most points in the league if he would have had that guy.
Doesn't matter if you get unless you get the W. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it is what it is.
All
Shoulda,
right.
coulda, woulda.
We're going to come back in just a minute and we're going to do injuries and we'll talk about some matchups and we'll kick this thing off again. Dude, I think I went and saw this shit played in the theaters back then. And I remember the scene to be like, mind
gotta have it.
blown, yeah. All right, boys, we're back. We are back. We talk about some injuries. Who's got the most? Who's got the least? Who's doomed after week 2?
Who is doomed?
Chris Sharp's on my list.
The Queef Chief.
The Queef Chief.
Will
is on my
his
list.
name ever change? Is he going to go through a 0-win season? That's the real question. We've never had it, but I'm starting to believe it's a possibility.
I think Cody's had 10 losses in a row one year.
That is impressive.
How do you even do that?
Yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't know because, I mean,
Yeah.
even when I was 10th, I was like 7-5. You know, like seriously, like, and I got screwed that year. Let's be honest. The tournament system was set up by some fucking retards.
Oh
that
my
year.
God! Here we go.
6 playing against 7. Who does that? Do you even know what a tournament is?
That's the way it was set up.
That's
standard.
the way it was set up
It was.
standard. These that's because Justin or Field Yates is running the fucking ESPN
This
app.
was like 6 years ago.
He must have been because no jabroni sets up 6 versus 7 when 8, 9, and 10 are out there.
No, it's 7 versus 8. 9
Nobody
versus
cares.
10.
This is a,
Yeah, you
this
do.
This is a bullshit
You've
conversation.
been whining about the same shit for
Still
years.
killed it. Still killed it. Fuck all of you guys.
Dude, yeah, your stand up was epic. I tell people about that on a regular basis.
Well, I mean, I guess sometimes you gotta you know,
like, this
get your
dude
legs
owned
kicked
it.
out of you like Johnny.
This dude owned
Yeah,
it.
sweep the leg to get some goodness out of people
Oh,
every once in a while. All right, anyways, done with that. Injuries.
Oh, you done?
Who got the legs swept out from them this week is the key. Who got Johnny off of Cobra Kai? We got AJ Brown. Oh, pulled up with a hammy.
Sure,
Oh,
sure.
that's, that looks bad. That could be. They were like, it's 1 week, and now it's like 3 weeks. And now you're like, what do I do with that guy? CMC, calf, Achilles. I'm
Bummer.
good, coach. I'm good. Goes to practice Thursday. I'm not good. I'm not good. He said he got playing on it. Oof. Joe Mixon with the critical hip tackle. Got his leg rolled up. Tom says everybody on what does it take? Pardon
Get out.
get out. Says
Or
it wasn't
get
a
up,
hip tackle.
get up,
Wasn't
yeah.
a hip tackle.
No, everybody.
I think they still need to get up because they're still asleep when they looked at that play.
I'm talking about there were 5 sports analysts on there, and they're like, no, it's not a
It
hip
was
tackle.
totally a hip tackle.
Oh, my
he was
goodness.
riding him like a jet ski, dude.
Like a surfboard.
he was doing tricks. He was like started like dragging him, and then he pulled his legs up behind him and started skiing on the water barefoot, dude. Like I was like, that is the definition of a hip tackle. You know, like it's ridiculous. Then we got Pacheco, broken leg.
Broken leg.
Woo. Debo Samuel, calf strain, unknown. The time on that.
Probably 5 to 6 weeks.
Puka Nakua, Evan Ingram, hammy, Puka Nakua, knee bursa sack thing, whatever happened in the preseason after him. Nico Collins, hip, heel. Keenan Allen, Kenneth Walker, abdomen.
God.
Keenan Allen, heel. I mean, that's not even all of them, man. Like,
That's just, yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. The
That's a
amount of
lot.
injuries we've had.
That's a lot.
And I'm thinking that's why Queef Chief. I was looking at poor Cody's team and all his running backs and like all his wide receivers. He's got 7 injured guys on his team. I'm like, that's half your team.
Yeah.
Already injured. The Queef Chief. Who did he lose?
Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco, possibly Joe Mixon for a week.
They say Mixon is supposed to play as of right now, but that's
Yeah, but what are you
risky
getting from
business.
that guy? Then
Yeah.
Mark Andrews doesn't show up first week. He puts in likely, gets shot back down to Mark Andrews.
Did he spend like 30 on likely?
I think he spent a lot of fab on somebody that's not going to be. They're like,
He's highly unlikely
he
to
must
play.
have listened to everybody in the analysis. They were like, likely could be a top 10 guy, along with Mark Andrews. I'm like, not in that offense. I'm like, they run the football. What are these people taking crazy pills?
Yeah,
Poor
so
Spencer down in the list again.
AJ Brown,
AJ Brown.
Ferguson.
He picked him up off the waiver. Aaron Jones, Jalen Reed. I mean, those are injuries, but really what affected them too is Jordan Love being out, Tua being out. Jalen Waddle's not injured, but Tua is gone. I mean, he might be gone for the rest of time,
Jeez,
basically.
Louise.
So the injuries are just getting ridiculous. You know, tell us in the chat your favorite injury and how it affected you this last week.
My favorite injury so far this season has got to be T. Higgins.
I forgot about T. Higgins. Just like Jamar Chase was like, yes, T. Higgins gets injured, I'm going to get all the targets. No. He has like 20 points through 2 weeks.
Jamar Chase, I tell you what, that
Joker's like, I want to get paid the most, even though I don't know why they would pay me the most.
Right.
Because I have done nothing.
So he's going to make around $5 million this year, and he could have been making $35 million.
35 mil.
That's just
no
dumb.
guarantees. Probably he probably they were light on the guarantees or something. But dude, you haven't done anything since your rookie year,
and you got 2 years left on your contract.
And you got 2 years left on your contract. You know, you guys had a good year. It was great, but can we see a little bit more before we start handing out paychecks? I mean, you're probably going to pay all these guys. Sure, you're probably going to pay them more next year, but not if you don't produce.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, that's the caveat to all this stuff is that if you don't produce, you don't get money, you know? And it's 2 years ago. We already talked about the Cincy Bengals.
The Cincy.
Cincy at Cincy,
yeah.
You know? So, like, read the room a little bit, play another year, be grateful you're making $5 million a year doing what you love.
But he could have been making 35.
I mean, he could have. I guess that's the real issue is that it came out. He wanted to be paid as much as Justin Jefferson. And I'm like, but you're not Justin Jefferson, dude. Like, there's nothing in your past that has indicated that.
No.
Except for 1 year when you were a rookie. Nobody knew who you were. Now they know who you are. Maybe this is like them. Maybe it's Cincy being like, we don't want to throw the ball to our best receiver. No, that's not it. It's simply just you're just out there complaining because you didn't take your contract.
Honestly, I wouldn't pick up the next option on him, and I'd let somebody else deal with his ass.
I mean, it's tough because he is a good receiver. I just don't know how good he is.
Good.
Yeah, I just don't know
not
how good
great,
he is. You know?
not amazing.
Show me the
He's
touchdowns.
good.
Show me the money, right? You know, essentially.
So from an injury standpoint, I see that Kenny's got one with McCaffrey, and that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But other than that, his team's pretty healthy. Metcalf has got something going on, but he's still scheduled to play. He's got a hand injury, so not a huge deal there, even though he is a wide receiver. Cromer's team, Kenneth Walker, his only injury, and he's still expected to play.
He just picked a shitty team, basically, is what happened with him.
Could be. Mikey, Rashad White, Justin Jefferson, Keenan, Chubb. I don't know why he drafted Chubb. I don't even know what the hell.
We've talked about this. Yeah. I don't know why he did either, but, you know.
I got Debo on mine. I think that's my only injury. Let's see who Tyler's got.
Tyler's got Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua, yep.
And let's go to the teams that really got hit hard, though. Cody.
Yeah, we talked about Cody.
Justin Herbert. Josh Jacobs, both with Qs. Jordan Addison. T. Higgins, Cooper Kupp, Tajay Spears, all those guys.
How do you continue at this point?
The only one playing that with any worth is going to be Josh Jacobs. If you play T. Higgins, he's going to have the most points he's ever had in a fantasy football game, but you're not going to play him because he's still not supposed to play.
Right.
And it's Monday Night Football, right? Yeah, it's Monday Night Football. What are you going to do?
You can't wait.
I guarantee T. Higgins has like 40 points.
If he plays.
You know, he's going to play. You just can't play him till Monday night.
Right.
Because you can't get a zero. Cody can't. How do you play him for Cody? You're 0-2. You're staring down the barrel again. You know, like, this is nothing new for Cody to be staring down the barrel at week 2. Could it be 1-1 right now? Right? All he had to do was get out of that schmedium, quit.
Maybe that's cut off the circulation to his
brain and put somebody else in besides T. Higgins, dude.
Oh, my goodness.
But he woke up and decided that I love giving Patrick wins. I just want to give Patrick a W. I'm feeling so good about that.
I was sitting right next to Cody when the text came through. I was like, Cody, you didn't fix your lineup? And he was like, oh, I didn't check it today. And he got it out. I was like, dude.
Dude, he's still in Tyson. Wrapping up chickens, man. You know, like that's what the deal is. You know, like the guy works like crazy. He's like, I'm just here for the memes, guys. I'm just here for the memes.
Well, let's roll this right into the next conversation, which is.
Well, we got to go over the Queef Chief and Spencer's injury list, right?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
AJ Brown gone. Jake Ferguson out. Jalen Waddle and Jalen Reed, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Reed. Those guys are going to play, but they don't have any quarterbacks. Like, they got nothing. Aaron Jones, like an ankle or something. Why he's injured again. Spencer had him last year. I'm sure he's pissed.
We already talked about Spencer and Queef Chief.
Yeah, okay, all right.
We started with them.
Obviously,
Pacheco.
Tons.
Yeah.
So, well, all right, we'll move on. I just want to bash those guys while they're down a little bit.
Yeah, right
you know?
on. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so let's start with Cody, the Bean Machine, and Mike, Morning Chubb.
I mean, obviously, I'm taking Mike here.
Yeah, I mean,
We need to do like a pick 'em every year for these and see who wins at the end of the year. You
Yeah.
know, like do a
tally
pick 'em.
them all up.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard not to go with, especially if JJ plays. JJ plays and Rashad White. Actually, but I don't know. I'm kind of worried about Rashad White. He had 3.3 points last week. Bucky Irvin's kind of coming in on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens there. But I got Mike.
I'm taking Mike as well. Let's see who we got next. We got you versus
Tyler,
Tyler, not Kamara Harris.
not
That's funny.
Kamara Harris. Yeah. I mean, I'm taking me obviously.
Right.
But I mean, his team looks good. I don't know if I like his matchups as well. I mean, they're decent. I think my matchups look a little better. They're looking pretty good, except for Mike Evans against Surtain or whatever his name is. But that's have to roll the dice on that, man, for sure. It's tempting to play Amari Cooper against the Giants because they're the Giants. But I don't know what I'm gonna do there. Probably just gonna leave Mike Evans. How do you not play Mike Evans? So, and then like that matchup. So
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna go with Tyler here.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give
be
you the
different.
good old
Give you
F you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's ABCDEFU. Yeah.
Plus, I mean, he's got Hurts, Kamara, Rashee Rice, Laporta. I think
Laporta sucked.
he did last time.
Tank
Yeah.
Dell sucked. Brandon Ayuk's gonna get some work, dude, because Debo's out.
Here's the thing: if anybody on
That could be a blowout, though, dude, because they could just run the football on the Rams. They got nothing
if
left.
Tyler loses another guy to an injury, he doesn't have anybody on his bench.
I mean, that's true. But at the same point in time, like, his team's still a little thin. I mean, I think those numbers for him are pretty. I mean, those are like what I would think would be the high end.
High end.
Like there's not a lot of explosiveness going out. I mean, Kamara obviously had a great game last week.
It's
Is he
not
going to
gonna
have
be like
47
that. No,
points every? No. But if he didn't, if he had 20, then we'd be looking at Tyler scoring 100 points.
You know what that game
120.
reminded me of with Kamara? You remember a couple of years ago when you had Mixon, and by the half he had like 40 points.
Oh, I remember it because Joe Mixon was on my team, and Tom calls me after his like fourth touchdown, and he's like, they're up by like 40 points.
Yeah, and they're still running
Joe
and
Mixon.
yeah.
And Tom is like, what is going on? He's in the chat like, why do they keep? I was like, I literally said in the chat like, Joe Mixon, that's it. His half is done. His game is over. They're pounding him. They're not going to have any problems.
Second half.
Second
came
half,
out.
like
Boom.
first play, 80-yard touchdown from Mixon. Tom throws his hands up in the air. He's like, "What are we doing here? This is total sabotage
This
against
is some
me.
bullshit.
Just me."
Oh, hey, we got an incoming call here.
Oh, nice. Who do we have?
Hey, Mike A, what's up?
I'll see what you doing.
Me and Mike, me and Luke are talking to Mike on the phone, and we're actually doing a podcast right now.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you going to talk trash about today, huh?
Watch out, fuckers.
Hey, man, you got Cody this week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing.
Easy dub right there.
I think I picked to win by like 100. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
Hey, he needs to go ahead and throw Spears back in while he plays me. Or, just leave somebody hurt in so I can freaking just get a cruise to easy victory.
Yeah.
oh, you're trying to get some of that Cromer love?
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to get?
Yeah, and everybody else, he's like, I'm going to put the shittiest player or somebody injured on my bench. That's not going to play.
Where's Romeo Dobbs when you need him?
Right.
Like he still got him on his team. He would if he would have played Romeo Dobbs the first week, he would have won. But he took him out. He took him out and put T. Higgins there because he was like, "No, I want less points."
Who does that? Who does that
Who
shit?
takes out Romeo Dobbs and plays T. Higgins for 0 in the hopes that they're going to get more points with T. Higgins?
So, well, what, did he play Cromer the first week?
Yeah, he played Cromer. Yeah,
So Cromer should be 0-2.
Correct.
he should be. Yep. But that was just like some lingering effects from last year. He just wanted to Cody just wanted to give him the W. So, but that's all right. So you're calling your shot against the Bean Machine, huh?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I think my team's probably one of the top 3 teams if I had to
I mean, that makes sense. It is your team, so
Yeah, and well, you also have the second highest points for after week 2. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
it's not bad.
By
1 point behind me.
By 1 point, yeah, right.
Yep, and you're 1-1. So
Should have
just keep that in
drafted.
mind.
Should have drafted my kicker.
If I would have played the Saints kicker that first week, I'd freaking won.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. And if you had Brock Bowers, you had a better chance. You would have got close if you had Brock Bowers, but I don't think you'd have got it. I think we did the math on it. It was like 1 or 2 points off. So
Yeah.
you beat me by $1.
Diva-
You beat me by $1 on
Yeah.
that Brock Bowers bid. We looked at it.
And the coach rewarded Debo Samuels after holding on the play that they scored a touchdown on and it got called back.
Oh yeah,
They
I
gave
mean,
Debo the ball after that
Yeah.
to score a touchdown. And I'm like, hey, way to reward a guy for holding.
do it again, please. Do it again. I bet. Don't you love that when fantasy football's going like that, and then you're like third down. You're like, don't want that guy to score. They like give it on a run play. You're like, yes, you got stuffed. It's 4th down. They're gonna kick it, and they're like, no, we're going for it for 4th down. You're like, no. Why do I feel so bad about this play right now?
'Cause you're
All of a
getting
sudden, Drake London in the corner to win the game. You're like, I could have done without that 8 points. Like, oh, I hate it when that happens, man. It drives me nuts.
Mike, listen to this real quick, okay? From a total point standpoint, total points, you got Kamara's first, Saquon Barkley's second, Achan's third, Dobbins is 4th. Just, do you have any idea who might be 5th?
I do. He's on my team. It's what's his name from the Giants, right?
Neighbors?
Is he 5th?
No,
No.
All right, give you one more guess.
Bowers.
no.
Baker freaking
Oh,
Mayfield.
Baker. Oh wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
5th after week 2. That's crazy, man.
Big balling. Small sample size, but
Yeah.
that's what we're doing these days. 2 weeks in.
Well, Baker will fall off at some point.
Yeah. Well, that's when we talked yesterday. Mike was like, "Check it out! All my guys are in the top 10." I'm like 2 weeks, dude. I'm like, I'm like, all of your opponents were the Giants and the Commanders. Slow down a little bit, like
And the Browns.
the Browns, dude.
Hey, we'll see. The Jets play tonight, don't they?
Oh yeah. The Jets play. I can't remember who they play though. Who do they play? They play. Let's see. I got this right here. The Jets play New England. So
what a.
there'll be a lot of running in that game from New England. Hopefully, a lot of passes to Hunter Henry, and
Luke,
I want Garrett Wilson to get going one of these days.
well, you like you have Hunter Henry, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I don't think I'm going to play him this week because Pitts is playing against the Chiefs. They're like the worst tight end team in the league right
They're
now.
just bad against passing in general.
Yeah, I mean, so like I'm going to give it one more week with Pitts, and if Hunter, I'm just going to go with who's got the hot hand essentially, But we'll see what happens. That was Tom.
Burped.
He's burping all over my call right there. I guess what's going on. He don't like none of it.
Sound like you farted in a can or something.
Yeah, he's hoping to put it in whoever Cody's face is. No, who are you playing? He's hoping to put that in Josh's face.
Yeah, I
this
got
weekend.
Josh this week.
He's got the animal from Sesame Street. He's playing the animal. You guys remember those memes I used to send all the time? And Josh playing like the drums. The animal.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we both picked you to beat Cody, and then Tyler and Luke are playing. I picked Tyler over Luke,
Yeah.
and then we're fixing to go through the last couple of matchups. So
Yeah, Tyler's team looks pretty tough, especially with Kamara freaking murdering it.
yeah, they took it down to the Cowboys, man. Took them down through there.
I think everybody's gonna stop the line of scrimmage now, and they're just gonna make them pass. They're like, bring in the car.
Yeah.
Like, bring in the car, like Die Hard. I wish we had that thing where like, bring in the car. Bring in the car. I wish we had that drop, dude.
Well, Mike, we'll holler back at you here in a minute, all right?
All right.
All right, later. All right, Chris versus Spencer. What you got?
Dude, matchup of the week, dude. If we had like a matchup of the week.
Toilet bowl matchup.
Yeah, but it's the matchup of the week. I mean, I want to see who wins this because it is pure chance. I'm going to go, man, poor Spencer, dude. His team is not looking good. Man, that's a tough one. I think, who's going to go 0-3? I think it's going to be Spencer, man. I hate to say it, but I think
you're
so,
right.
man. I believe in Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I mean the guys he's got, the Queef Chiefs. The Queef Chiefs.
The Queef Chief.
He's
Every
got-
time I say Queef Chief,
I don't
want
Chris to
clap.
win.
Yeah.
I don't want Chris to win because I would prefer his name stay the same. I know that he is not a fan of his own team name.
I don't
right
know.
now.
Maybe it's growing on him.
Yeah, Spencer, you changed your team name, and I beat you by 120 points. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's an illegal move
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
I think it
dude.
needs to go back to Schmegman Dick Lips.
Yeah, I think it needs to go back.
And-
We're just gonna call you Schmegma Dick Lips until you
If you
get, it
get
up
beat by
again.
more than 100, you legally have to change your name to Schmegma Dick Lips.
forever.
Imagine being in the DMV for that.
Imagine getting beat by 100 points in fantasy football. Like probably never happening again, dude. But yeah, so Queef Chief, Spencer, good luck. But I think we got the Queef Chief this week. Was that pretty much everything? Was that did we talk about-
Cromer versus Kenny.
Oh, Cromer versus Kenny. I think McSwifty's got him, dude. I think I'm gonna go Kenny on
Kenny?
this one.
Yeah, I'm going Kenny as well. Joshua versus Tom.
Joshua versus Tom.
That's a tough one. I obviously am
tough.
going for myself.
Yeah, and I'll go for Josh just
Okay, just to
be
change it up.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's tough though. I mean, you definitely got a good team, no injuries. The biggest thing is that teams without injuries right now are killing it, dude.
Sure.
Teams with are.
so I'm gonna pass out a good old fashioned Thunder cookie here that we haven't done in a while. And I probably should have done this last week, but I was out of town. So it's gonna go to Cody
Of course.
for the T. Higgins debacle.
Yeah.
What kind of stupid bullshit are you on, dude? You let Cromer get a freaking win.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's the machine you use to sleep at night?
I know what you're talking about.
What is that machine?
The CPAP?
The CPAP machine? I think Cody used a jock strap for a CPAP machine the night before he did his week one lineup.
Oh my goodness.
He was all up in that fucking
Oh my
jock
goodness.
strap, dude. Because that's what you deserve, dude. You deserve a jock strap, a Thunder cookie.
All of the above.
Yeah. Like what else could you ask for? What else you want?
Don't ever do that again, Cody. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, especially with Cromer. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of man are you, man? Seriously.
If you let somebody win, don't let it be that asshole.
Well, that's good.
All right, boys. Luke, you got anything else?
No, that's it, man.
Good luck to you this week.
Good
Yeah.
luck to you.
Good luck to you this week.
Good luck
and,
to everybody, obviously.
yeah, except Josh. Not good luck to you.
And good luck to whoever I'm playing. You're going to need it.
Well, Tyler's got a tough team. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right, boys. We out of here.
All right, later, guys.